Hi, welcome to Williams TV. It's Thursday afternoon here in Monza for our last European Grand Prix of this season. You can see it's obviously the last time we're going to use our great hospitality and equally obviously our race base, which we're going to give you a sneak preview at the moment. Monza, it's a very popular race. You can actually see this paddock is very busy for a Thursday afternoon. You know, we've gone 5 o'clock obviously. Normally people have gone, but there's still plenty of business to get done. It's the silly season, and I'm sure a lot of crucial talks going on in this paddock about next year, and equally the up-and-coming flyaway season that we've got just about to start again with Singapore in a few weeks. So we're going to wander through. We're going to speak to Rob Smedley a bit later on, but just want to show you a bit more behind the scenes. This is where no one obviously gets to come, and you can see these doors are normally firmly shut over a weekend so that people don't get in here. You can see it's probably the hottest place you're going to get as well. Just endless amount of tires. You can see on one side we've obviously got Filippi's, on the other side you've got Lance, and you can actually see after a pit stop practice the guys are obviously getting the prep and getting everything redone, because these nuts take a pounding obviously over the course of doing these pit stop practice. But you can see here everything, the service is going on, plenty of muscle going on in there. But as we kind of come out of here, it's obviously a sheltered area, and this weekend we're expected to have quite a lot of rain, so I wouldn't expect you'll be seeing too many slicks in the car tomorrow, but hopefully by the weekend, we get into Saturday and Sunday, you'll see that. That's the stairs that lead up. On the right hand side you've got all our engineering team. When you go up there, on the left hand side is a bit more logistics, but again engineering as well, and obviously our technical leader Paddy Lowe, so he controls the office, and yeah, that's where the dream's done, everything that comes. So you can see as we're coming down the corridor, there's some nice slogans on the wall over the years, something from Sir Frank Williams, something from Claire, all these nice quotes, inspirational, trying to make it nice and clean, trying to give people the motivation of what Williams is about. Now as we get through here, you're actually going to see how mad this race is. There's plenty of fans kicking about. McLaren are actually the team next to us, they're doing some pit stop practice, but I guess you can see how busy this place exactly is, and everything's quite under control in here. You can see the guys, because it's a back-to-back race, you're obviously here a lot earlier. You're actually in on a Tuesday and starting to build prep, but the cars look in good shape. I'm sure they've been down to the patch, and yeah, we've got Rob to join us, and Rob's going to excite our day, as they say. What excitement have we got on today, Rob?
Mainly just building the car.
It looks under. Did you take part? Did you?
Well, I've got dirty fingernails, and I always like to tinker a little bit. I think I annoy them by just getting my hands in where they're not wanted. But no, mainly building the car, preparing for the program tomorrow. You know, making sure that we've got everything ticked off. Really, there's just a lot of work to do. There's not much time to do because they're back-to-back races. The guys came straight here from Belgium on Monday. The engineers arrived in dribs and drabs since Tuesday. We're all here now. We're pretty much done. Cars have been down Parc Ferme. They've been checked, scrutinized, so we're ready to go.
Obviously you're in charge upstairs, in charge of programs, your engineering team. Any plans, any major things you're doing tomorrow? Obviously the weather's expected to be quite tricky, so how do you prepare for that, if it is going to be tricky weather, to carry that into Sunday?
I think the main thing you got to understand when it comes to wet weather is it going to be wet Saturday and Sunday? If it's going to be wet in either of them sessions, then it puts a real onus on you to get your homework done in the wet weather in the practice sessions. I mean, as it is, we're expecting a dry race and possible wet for quali. So you know, we'll do our homework. I wouldn't have thought that we'd run extensively, because you never do, because of risk, just because of how much benefit you're going to get out of it. There's certain bits that we've got to do tomorrow anyway in terms of car development work, understanding the car, and we can do that. We should do that in the wet or the dry. So it won't be, you know, if it is wet, we'll run definitely.
You obviously were dressed in red for quite a few years. Must be a local hero around here. Obviously you and Filippi at times, but does it give you extra kind of pressure, experience when you come into a Grand Prix like this at Monza, because it is pretty crazy, and it'd be a shame if it was lost off the calendar. But I think you can even see today how busy it is. I mean, it must mean something a bit more to come to this racetrack.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you see how many of them there are. You know, the place is absolutely the place is absolutely rammed. There you go, look, all waving. But they're always like that. They're always really, really kind. They're always really kind. They always, I don't know, maybe it's the Ferrari connection or something like that. Maybe it's my incredible good looks, Paul.
Maybe. I mean, it's you know, getting you on screen as well, exactly what it's all about. But listen, likewise, Spa Sunday obviously recovered as well. Pretty happy, I guess, how it all planned out.
Yeah, it was better. You know what I mean? I said in the interviews after the race that we're never going to be happy with 8th. You know what I mean? That's not what a team like Williams is all about. However, we recovered. We got a few points. We got a few points on Toro Rosso. We got points on Force India. Managed to limit the damage against Renault, and that's what you got to be looking at. Really, it's just the points, the teams around you. But you know, I've said it a million times before, but I'll say it again at the risk of boring everyone. But we need a quicker car. You know, we need a better car. We need to be qualifying better. We need to be racing better. And an 8th should be the absolute minimum of what we can achieve, not the maximum as it was on Sunday.
I guess we blink and it's all over. We're already last race of the European season, then we're on to obviously the flyaways again. And I guess it's just keep up that work and keep going, isn't it, to run into the end of the season, to try and carry again over into which hopefully should be a stable in terms of reg changes for next year.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you've got two things going on, haven't you? You've got and it's strategic decisions about how much effort we're going to put into this year's car, and then how much we're going to not put into next year's car, because any effort that we're putting into this year's car now, we're not putting into next year's car. We've set ourselves some fairly stringent targets for next year because, you know, we want to move forward. We've recognised there's all areas of the car that we need to develop and need to be better, and that's an ongoing project now with what we're terming the FW41, so next year's car. We've then got to look at this year's car and say, right, well, you know, if we don't want to slip too far backwards, or we want to be challenging a little bit further forward, what are we going to do this year? And at the same time, you've then got all of these races which are, you know, the other side of the world, keeping everybody motivated, keeping everybody, you know, out the bars and and in the office. That represents its own challenge. So it's just an ongoing juggling, spinning 20 plates at once. But that's Formula One, and I love it. That's why I'm doing it.
The circles keep turning, don't they? Well, listen, thanks for your time. I know you've got some work to get on with. I know you're going to run the track as well. A bit quicker than me.
I am. Well, you're going to do it with me, aren't you?
Yeah, I might do. If I'm still hanging around, I'll burn that pizza off I'm going to have later. Not going to go too hard at it, but yeah, listen, it's great to join you. It's a bit of a technical insight. Hopefully it's going to show you some use over the weekend, but we'll be back over the weekend with more updates. And as I said, yeah, we'll see you again soon. I hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.